Denmark was actually this really big country. We lost Norway in 1814, and in 1861 we had the first Schleswig War, which we actually won. Yes. So Denmark was full of enthusiasm. There was this problem that this part called Schleswig, the part between Germany and Denmark, was only, I think it wasn't really a part of the Danish kingdom. There was German dukes. I'm so sorry if I say anything wrong, but it's quite a long time since I've done it. But I really dug into it at that time. But Denmark really wanted this part of the country to become entirely Danish. So the king was like, we won that war, the first Schleswig War. Let's do it again, we can win. Denmark was so full of enthusiasm and believed so much in themselves, and then they lost. So they didn't even just lose that thing. The border was drawn even much further up in Denmark at a town we now know as Kolding, which is now in kind of the middle of Denmark. But we lost so much now also of our own land, so we were really diminished, and I think we lost like 1/3 of the entire kingdom in that war. So from being this, the Vikings, you have the same story, being this people who feels that they have the entire world. We lost Sweden, we lost Norway, and now we lost a part of Germany and a big part of ourselves. So it's really this really, really, really important part of Danish history where we lose everything. My character is called Inge, and she's by far the most beautiful person I've ever met. When I read the script for the first time, I immediately fell in love with her. I think she is just so free, beautiful. She has such a great amount of courage and the heart of a lion. And if you watch the first episode of 1864, you can see her as a child. She just doesn't care about anything, just walks into the Baron's library to just say, this is ours. She's so courageous, and she's not afraid of anything, and that makes her, in my eyes, the most powerful person ever, not to be afraid of anything. I've always been a fan of Danish TV series, and I grew up with them, and I grew up with the dogma culture from the 90s. And it's been so intriguing just to watch it from the outside. But the fact of being a part of it was, surreal. I couldn't understand how I should be so lucky to actually play the main female character in this biggest budget Danish TV series ever by Danish Ole Bornedal, with such a beautiful story, and best of it all, such a great character. I really, I felt so privileged that I got to play Inge. It's this really epic, it's nearly an 8-hour film. It's not like a traditional TV series where it's a small film crew, you go into this small Copenhagen apartment, film it in, the Scandinavian style. It was something completely different. We moved to Prague and filmed it on big military grounds, making these huge battle scenes with 1,000 extras and a crew of 150 people just working, making green screens, big explosions out there. I've never tried anything like it. I've never seen anything like that in Denmark. We're just not used to that scale. So just being a part of it, standing in the middle of all those people and just I'm in the middle of just trying to take it in, that this was actually my reality. It was amazing, it was fantastic. When you're on set, you don't really think about you're doing a period thing. I mean, you're doing a situation about, I love this man, I have to go find him in the battlefield. I mean, that's a circumstance that's not necessarily a period thing or historical. It's universal, and it's something that's so real also today. So it wasn't weird at all. People have been coming over to me crying or just telling me that they have never seen anything that had made so big an impression on them as 1864 has. And I just didn't expect that reaction at all, but it's been totally overwhelming and beautiful to meet these people who took their time to watch it, and at the same time just absolutely loved it. I mean, wow.